Hey good people, welcome back to Beauty in the Frizz. My name is Kara. Whether you're new or returning, thank you so much for stopping by and hanging out with me today because I am playing with a new palette. Now this is another palette where I was influenced to get it. I will share the culprits of the influencing in just a second, but if you want to see me play with the new Patrick Ta Major Dimension eyeshadow palette, keep watching this video. Let me know what you think. Definitely consider subscribing and joining the community because I would love to have you back. All right, let's get started. I don't know if it's because I'm not working. I don't know. Maybe I needed a diversion. But once again, I was watching, some of my people on YouTube. I like to watch things that I'm not getting because I'm not getting them. And usually if there's something I am getting, I won't watch videos until after I'm done playing with it, just so I'm not biased. However, this Patrick Ta palette, once I saw like my third review, I was like, I'm done, I want it. So let me thank the following people. I want to thank Ms. Kelsee Briana Jai. I want to thank Ms. Tania B Wells and Ms. Patty Alonzo. Once again, Patty. And I will link their videos. I will link their videos in the description box. Mel Thompson, huh? She's on a call. Do you want to sit in here? Marky. Oh, he said no. No. I thought it would be cool to get this palette because this is Patrick Ta's very first eyeshadow palette. And it took me a while to get on the Patrick Ta, situation because I had bought this blush. This is the shade, let me tell you, Do We Know Her? Why did I just pull this out this year? I had this blush for a whole year before I even opened it. And now I'm like, what was I thinking? I also have his brow wax. So this will be my third Patrick Ta product and I'm really excited. Let's just go over a little bit of information about the palette. So the palette comes in this kind of rosy gold colored packaging, very standard. It looks like for his brand. And this is again called the Major Dimension eyeshadow palette. Now the collection comes with the eyeshadow palette and 4 gel eyeliners. I purchased 1 gel eyeliner. Now this is luxury makeup in my eyes. This palette was $68 and the gel liner was $26. I know, but if you sign up for emails or the newsletter or whatever, you can get 15% off. So that's what I chose to do because I can't. Let's go ahead and look at the outer packaging. And again, it's this rosy gold, beautiful, luxurious packaging. There are the shade names on the back. I know there's a glare there, but just so you know that they're there. This palette has a 12-month shelf life. Now, what is special about this palette and what intrigued me about it was the variety of textures inside. And that's one thing that Patrick Ta, I find, is known for. So when he came out with this blush, he came out with the cream and the powder with it. And he really likes to layer products on and layer different finishes. So from his website, the palette is described as a versatile eyeshadow palette that contains 2 luminous cream bases, velvety matte and iridescent metallic eyeshadows, and glistening pearl toppers. So let's go ahead and take a look at the inside. Oh, the little remote? Yes. Did you it's in the kitchen, I thought I saw it.
My iPad.
I don't know where your iPad is. I don't know where it is. You got it taken away. We're not being a good sport. Okay. So as you can see, here's the palette. These are the 2 cream shades and there is a flap over top just for some extra protection so that the powder does not, mix in to those creams. Now, as I swatch the shades, I will tell you the type of finish because I think there are the 2 creams, there's 4 mattes, I think there's 2 metallics, and then the rest are considered to be toppers. So I'll let you know which is which, especially between the shimmers and the toppers, because I don't know. So let's get started with the swatches. Okay, I had to scoot in a little bit. We're gonna start with the cream shades. And these are the shades right here. So you've got kind of a lighter shade and then a deeper shade for the creams. So there's the shade Lady. Margie is really doing a lot. And here is Woman. There we go. And that's Woman. So we have Lady and Woman. Ooh, y'all, look at these shades. Now, this eyeshadow palette leans warm. So if you like, you know, cool eyeshadows, I don't know, this might not be your cup of tea, but I'm really excited. I didn't put any type of primer on my eyes because my plan is to use these as the primer and eyeshadow base. So we'll see how that goes. Now, I'm gonna continue with actually the bottom row first because these are all of the mattes. So we're gonna go ahead and do that and we'll save the shimmer for the end. Close that flap. Okay, excuse me. All right, the next shade is Scandal. Ooh, and Scandal is one of the velvety mattes. It's like a nice little chocolate brown. Next shade is Mother. Mother reminds me of one of those like clay type colors. Next we have Absolutely. Absolutely looks like just a beautiful, you know, transition shade. And the next shade as well. Oh, well, the next shade is called Transition. So it's a transition shade. So that's almost my complexion right there. And the last shade that we have is Divine. And you might not be able to see it, but there are some glitter reflex in there. So we'll have to test that one out and see how it shows up. So there is the first row. So again, we have the 2 creams and we have 4 like straight matte shades and then one that's a kind of a matte with some, you know, glitter in it. So I know you're probably like, y'all did not expect me to get this palette, but I think for me, it was like the different formulas in it are what get me. And that's why, like, when I look at the indie brands, like that All I Ever Wanted palette by Alien, how even though they're all duochromes, those shimmers, there's different textures in that palette. The same with the Adept palette as well. The same with Pat McGrath. And the same with even Natasha Denona. So I'm a texture person, and even though this is a neutral color story, this palette is going to pair so nicely with my little duochrome palettes and singles. This is gonna be like mainstream meets indie, you know? Wait a minute, I'm not even done the swatches. Let's one thing at a time, Kara, one thing at a time. So now let's take a look at the top row, or the remainder of the top row. We're gonna start with the first shade, which is Exquisite. And this is one of the metallics. It's like a beautiful coppery bronzy shade. Next we have the shade Legendary. Now this I believe is one of the topper shades, and it's kind of like a rose gold topper. And this one definitely feels like one of those toppers. It's not as smooth as Exquisite. Okay, Shine. Okay, so next we have Lavish, which he also describes as a topper. So let's see what this looks like. Now this one feels smoother than Legendary. Let's see. Now, hold on a second. This looks like a, hold on a second. This looks like a matte to me. Okay, so, okay, I'm right. So Lavish is a matte. It does have some reflex in it. So why did he say, okay, whatever. On Patrick Ta's channel, it is described as a pearl topper. So we're gonna have to play with that shade. The next shade is gonna be the shade Opulence, and Opulence is gonna be a champagne metallic. Oh yes. Okay, and the last shade is Abundance, which is an iridescent metallic. All right, so here is the Major Dimension eyeshadow palette. Now again, we got 2 cream shades. Listen, don't get me lying about the metallics and the toppers, because he calls this a topper. Some of the ones that he's calling toppers look like metallics. So I don't know. All I can say is, looking at these, I think this is a really, really pretty neutral palette, and I am very intrigued. I know I have neutral palettes and these neutral colors, but having all those formulations together and then experimenting with the brown cream bases really do excite me. So let us get to playing with this palette. I'm gonna do one look on each eye, and then I will come back with a follow-up video with just a couple more looks that you can do. I almost forgot about the eyeliner. There were 4 shades of this eyeliner, but I chose the shade Deep Bronze, and I only wanted to get one because, again, they were quite pricey. So just wanted to, you know, try it out, and then I could let you all know how it is. Most of my eyeliners and lip liners are drugstore, you know. I do have some ColourPop, some Urban Decay. For the majority of my eyeliners and lip liners, they're not like luxury eyeliners, so I'm gonna guard this with my life. And again, it comes in that rose gold packaging, which I do, but here's what it looks like. So that's the shade Deep Bronze. Yes. So yeah, I couldn't be getting, you know, all of them. Now, this eyeliner also has a 12-month shelf life. I'm trying to think. I gotta get ready to get August. I guess I'm gonna get August and come back and do the looks. All right, y'all. I'll be right back, but I'll be right back in like a couple seconds for y'all. Okay, y'all. I just got back from picking up August. Let's get into these eye looks now. What I want to do is we are going to definitely use both of the cream bases. I'm excited. I'm going to go ahead with the shade Lady. I'm going to do that on the first eye. I'm just going to use this little flat brush. Let's see how this acts. I'm just gonna bring it up a little bit just because I don't have any primer up here. Nice little coating. I wanna go into this shade Mother. Just gonna focus it in the crease just to make it a little deeper. I wanna take a little bit of the shade Absolutely. And let's see if we can put that a little further up at the top. I'm just trying to have a little bit of a gradient here. We're gonna take the Absolutely shade and we're gonna also put it underneath the lower lash line. All right, let's get into some shimmers. Let's go with the shade Legendary, and this is that rose gold. I'm just gonna use that on my finger and hope that okay, so yeah, I can, on my arm, it looked like a standalone shade, but it is looking like more of a topper here. This is a bit textured, which is fine, but it's just not super smooth. And this one didn't feel smooth in the swatch either. So I just feel like this is making it a little textured. And I'm trying to decide whether or not I like that, because I like the color. And just to play with some more shades on top of that, I want to use Abundance. So yeah, this is looking a little textured. Now, I think I want to try this again, not today, but with the setting spray or the mixing medium that I have, because I think that would maybe smooth this out just a taste. So I'm going to take the shade Divine, which is kind of like that semi-matte. So take a little bit of Abundance and just put it up here, just for a little bit of sparkle here. That's gonna be it for the first look, y'all. So again, it's basic, but it's supposed to be. Now this time we're gonna play with the second cream shade, and that is the shade Woman. I love the like chocolatiness, if that's a word, of these browns. So this is Woman, our deeper cream. We're gonna blend it out with the shade Transition. I really like how I'm able to blend the cream shade up. So that's nice, like it's really smooth. I wanna take a little bit of the shade Scandal here and focus it on the inner corner. I'm gonna take that underneath the lower lash line as well. This is the shade Exquisite, and I'm gonna put this on the lid. Now this is a metallic, so I am thinking it's gonna be a lot smoother looking than the topper. And maybe with the topper, it looks best like tapped in. Oh yeah. This is such a beautiful bronzy shade. Take a little more of Scandal and just put that on the outer corner. This is basic in the best way. All right, we're gonna take the shade Abundance and we're gonna put that in the inner corner. I love the idea of easy eye looks. Like sometimes you wanna do, you know, creative, and sometimes you want easy. All right, that's the two looks. So here's what we have. I am really excited about using this palette in conjunction with eyeshadow singles and my indie duochromes. I think the creams and the mattes especially are going to be beautiful. And then like pops of color, like from my duochrome palettes. So let's try out the eyeliner. I do like the shade that I chose. I know compared to my usual grungy self, this is probably like a little boring, but I want to do my neutrals. I want to be able to do my colors, you know. It's nice to have a nice neutral palette to play with from time to time. Eyeliner's really nice. I don't know if I would say like it's a must-have, but it's nice, you know. I mean, it should be for that price. So here's what we have. I don't know. Look at my purse. Look at my black purse. Oh, you can take that one. Okay, you guys, I'm gonna go ahead and just put on some mascara and then I'll be back. I wanna show a couple of palettes that I have in my collection that if you have them, you may not really feel compelled to get this Patrick Ta palette. We all know that this color story is not new, so I'm gonna put some mascara on and be right back with a few palettes. Okay, you guys, I'm back with mascara. I really have to say that I like this look. Like, I just feel like it's chill, it's cool. Just look at it up close. Now, like I said, I'm gonna come back. I wanna play with this. I am really not super experienced with these cream shadow bases, so this gives me something to really, you know, work with and, you know what I'm saying? Like, learn.
Have to go pee. Oh.
I don't know what I was saying. Now, $68. I think $68 is expensive. If I didn't get that 15% off, I don't think I would have gotten it. So that was the saving grace, and that was still kind of high. So let's look at some other palettes that you may or may not have in your collection, but that are, I think, are all available if you like these basic neutral color stories.
Put your face all the way to it.
Put my face all the way to it, so what? You already in? Okay, there we go. Go ahead, you already in it. It's like I be thinking I'm gonna have one. Hey, Dad. Oh, all right, hold on. All right. Okay, y'all, here we go. The first palette that came to mind is Glamlight Donut Palette, Chocolate Donut Palette. Now, again, these are not gonna be exactly the same as the Patrick Ta, but I'm talking about neutral color stories where you can achieve a very, very similar look. You've got your mattes, chocolatey mattes. You've got some really nice shimmers. If you have not tried Glam Light, oh my goodness, the shimmers are, I can't. Shimmers are beautiful. This palette is some chocolatey donut goodness right here. Another palette that I have in my collection that I absolutely love is the Wild Child palette by ColourPop. Honey, this palette is beautiful. There is one pressed glitter, but even that's not horrible. Like, look at it. This palette can definitely give you some of these chocolatey, neutrally brown looks. ColourPop does get it right sometimes, just let y'all know. Now again, if you want to try the cream eyeshadow, like, you know, just get a cream base. Maybe that's what I should have told myself, but I didn't. Next palette, Sugar Cone from the BH Cosmetics Sweet Shops. I know a lot of us have this because when the Sweet Shops came back, we were all buying them. So here, you know, you've got a row of mattes, you've got a row of shimmers. You can definitely create some similar looks. Another bomb shimmer and matte formula. So I need to challenge myself to go back into my collection. And I keep saying that as I continue to add to my collection. Don't say nothing. This palette might not really go. I'm gonna show it anyway. Classic 2 palette by KKW Beauty. Basic neutral color story. Now the Patrick Ta palette is, you know, warmer than this one. This one has a couple of the little cooler browns, but you still have this like this warm brown here. You've got a chocolate, you've got the shimmer. Y'all don't get me, you know what? I'm not doing it today with y'all because it's been a long time since I've said anything about my KKW Beauty products. So y'all can deal with it for 2 hot seconds because I'm done. Next, we have the Natasha Denona Bronze palette. Oh my God, one of my favorite all-time palettes. This, it's just too much. The greatness is too much. This palette, I can't. I'm not even going to start with this palette. I'm not even going to, I can't even talk about it anymore. Let me just show it one more time. I mixed the shades up in here, I believe, so they're all over the place, but you can definitely achieve a very similar, if not the same look as in the Patrick Ta palette. Let me just put it away. Let me save this for another. I'll link the video. No, I won't because it's old. I need to do a fresh bronze video. Okay, last but not least, one of my all-time favorite palettes is the Melt Rust palette. Yes, if you focus down on this end of the palette, starting with this shimmer right here, you've got the gold shimmer that you need. You've got kind of that coppery rose gold tone that you have, or coppery bronze. You've got this brown shimmer, y'all. Then you have your mattes. These, I can't. The bronze palette and the rust palette are palettes like, please respect my privacy at this time, because now I can already say, I don't think this, I don't want to speak too soon. I don't want to speak too soon. You know why? Because this was a first impression video. So I will say this in conclusion, because I haven't really played yet, and that's what I'll be doing soon. If I had to choose which eye I like better, it would be this one. I love the 2 cream shadows. Did I say that already? These 4 mattes, these are bomb. Like, these are great mattes. I really want to get this shade Legendary to work for me. It is a topper, but I wonder, was there a better way for me to apply it? So I'm gonna end it here, y'all. Thank you so much for stopping by and hanging out with me today. I really do hope that you enjoyed the video. I know this palette was probably a little something different than my normal palettes, you know, that I like to show, but you know, this whole thing is like a journey, and makeup is about trying new things and experiencing new things. I thought this was kind of cool to try out. I know sometimes we get scared off by like cream products and cream eyeshadows, so I really wanted to try it and see. I'm gonna leave this on and see, you know, how the eyeshadow holds up. And I will be back in another video with an update and some more looks. So until I see you again, be gentle with yourself, talk to yourself nice, stay safe, and I will see y'all really soon. Bye.